Hi everyone, Mr. Andy over here at the Maricopa Public Library. Now, today I have something extra special to share with all of you. Today, on April 13th, marks the beginning of our Week of the Young Child for 2020. Typically during this time, we gather at different cities across Pinal County and we get to partner with great resources and organizations that help parents and families with children ages 0 to 5. Now, because of the current situation, we're going to be bringing everything to you online for you to use at home. So, just a reminder, this is supported by First Things First, one of the excellent resources that helps to get families with children ages 0 to 5 right on track, ready to enter school to be successful, developing appropriately, and all of those wonderful things. Now, for today, April 13th, we are going to be doing everything that involves music. It's going to be a Music Monday today. So, while you're there at home, go ahead and gather close to your screen, and then we're going to go ahead and do some musical activities. Feel free to rewind, pause, stop, and redo anything that we are doing in this video. But to get started, let's use a flute. Now, a flute is a musical instrument. The goal is to play beautiful notes all together. Now, some of you little ones out there might be able to learn your very own instrument as you get older into school. But in order to play an instrument, you have to know notes. And notes have to do with letters. So, for my adults, while we're doing our activity with our flute, let's focus on some of our letter knowledge and the sounds that go with those letters. After all, letters are the building blocks for learning to read and write. So the more practice they can get while interacting with letters and knowing all those different sounds, the better they will do when they start to learn those letters and learning to read and write. So, while we're playing our notes, let's see if you can sing that letter along with my note. As an example, if I play the letter A like this, I'd like for you at home to go ahead and sing that letter A along with my note. It could sound a little like this. A. All right? Here, let's give it a try. Let's do that letter A, and let's hear you sing that letter A at home. We'll start it on the count of 1, 2, 3. Wow, hear that singing. Well, now that we did the letter A, let's go ahead and do the letter B. And let's hear if you can sing that letter B right along while I play the note. So let's sing the letter B together on the count of 1, 2, 3. All right. Doesn't that sound cool? Well, let's go ahead and do our letter C, and let's hear you sing that letter C as well. So, let's do that on the count of 1, 2, 3. You've got some great singing voices. Now, these next letters are very, very low, so they can be kind of hard to hear. So let me move up a little bit closer. That way you can hopefully hear the letters a little bit better. But now we're going to continue with our letter D. So let's go ahead and sing along that letter D with our note. Now remember, it's a lot lower. So see if you can sing a little bit lower in your voice. So let's sing it on the count of 1, 2, 3. Wow, that was a lot lower, wasn't it? Well, now let's go with our letter E. Let's see if you can sing that letter E. On the count of 1, 2, 3. Now, let's go from E up to F. On 1, 2, 3. All right, we're almost there. We've got one more letter. Let's see if you can sing the letter G. Let's do that on the count of 1, 2, 3. Fantastic! Well, we've gone all the way from the letter A down to the letter G. Excellent job! Now from here, I'm gonna play the notes one more time. See if you can sing along to every single one of them as we go through. Let's start with our letter A, and then we'll go all the way to G. Let's give it a try on the count of 1, 2, 3. The letter A. The letter B. The letter C. The letter D. Oh, remember it goes really low. The letter E. The letter F. The letter G. And then we're back to our letter A. All right. Great job working with some of those letters and the sounds of those letters. Remember, adults, the letters and those sounds are the building blocks for your little one getting ready to learn to read and write. Now, let's go and hop on over to another fun musical activity for our Music Monday, a part of Week of the Young Child. All right, well, our next activity is very fun, very simple, and all around very cool to do as a family with your little ones. So we're going to be singing a song. Some of you might know it. It's called Mary Had a Little Lamb. But before we get to our song, we have to make some instruments that we can use while singing our song. For ours today, we're going to be using some paper plates. So these are simple paper plates you can find at either your local grocery store, Walmart, Dollar Tree, any place that that you can imagine that sells different settings, utensils, and other things for your kitchen. So what I did is that if you grab your paper plates, and if you've got any coloring tools at home, you can go ahead and take this opportunity to practice different school-ready skills that your little one's going to need. Something you can do is working on your different colors, so getting them used to knowing the different kinds of colors that they'll be exposed to as they get older and moving on into school. And then a great opportunity to practice your alphabet, but specifically even practicing their own name. Because most children, the first word they'll ever learn and the first letters they'll ever get down like a master is their name. So have them practice, practice, practice. And then like you see right here, you can even include some of that color recognition as well. So if you've got your coloring stuff at home and you've got some paper plates, go ahead and get started on making your own colorful musical instruments. And so for this one, we'll call them our musical clappers. So we're going to be using our clappers to sing our song, Mary Had a Little Lamb. Now, specifically with our clappers, we could be going to the beat, but what we're going to do is we're going to be clapping every time you hear a syllable during those words. Because for my adults out there, for our little ones, breaking down words into smaller pieces is a necessary skill that kids will need to have when they learn to read and write. So this is a very easy, fun way for them to work on breaking down those words into smaller pieces. So once you've got your clappers, let's bring them together and let's go ahead and sing Mary Had a Little Lamb with our clappers. Let's do it for the first time on the count of 1, 2, 3. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. All right. Did you get a good job? Did you do a good job out there clapping with your clappers? I really hope so, because guess what? We're going to do it again. Everyone ready with your clappers? Let's sing our song together on 1, 2, 3. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. Very good job. Now, something you can do if you don't want to just do the clappers, you can also do them on different surfaces. You can even do this while bringing in the idea of your left, this is my left, your right, or your right, my right, your left. You can even have them work with different sides of their body as well, and also crossing that midline to work on equalizing out their different body and spatial awareness. So let's go ahead and sing our song one more time. This time I'm going to be doing them side to side just like this. So let's sing our song one last time on the count of 1, 2, 3. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. Great job, everyone out there. Well, I've got one more activity for us to do together in this video. Let's jump on to it. It's time for our final activity. Now, this one's really fun because guess what? We get to pretend like we're playing with drums. Now, I don't know about you all, but I don't have drums at home. I have to make do with whatever I have. So I'm going to show you an example of something that you can do with your little ones at home with the items and stuff that is already there with you. So let's go ahead and see what I have here on the table with us. Let's see, I've got some styrofoam cups. So we'll use one of those. I've got, let's see here. Let's see, a tin mixing plate. We'll put that one right here. I've got a strainer. Isn't that a pretty color? Nice and pink. We have that one right here. Got a glass mug. We'll put that right over here. And then for my drum, or my tool that we're going to be using to make the sounds, is going to be just this plastic spoon right here. And then for anyone out there who maybe doesn't want to use your actual utensils for doing this activity, you can also have your little one just use simple writing utensils like pens, pencils, crayons, whatever you would like to use. Plus, this might be a little bit easier for them to hold while you're doing your different drumming. So, music isn't just really fun and good for your little ones to hear. It can also be a positive engagement that you have with your little one, getting a chance to explore and discover together. After all, parents, you are your child's first and best teacher. So let's go ahead and discover together what some of these sound like. All right, we got our spoon. Let's hear what our styrofoam sounds like. Listen up. Let's hear if we can hear it. That sounds interesting. Let's compare that sound of our styrofoam cup to our tin mixing bowl. Are you ready? Ooh, that is different. Well, now let's try our plastic strainer. Let's see if there's a difference between the styrofoam cup, our tin, and our strainer. Oh, that sounds harder than I expected. Well, now that we did those, let's try our glass mug. Let's see if we hear a different sound for that one. Oh, a little bit higher pitch, isn't it? All right, so we got our styrofoam cup. We've got our tin mixing bowl. We've got our plastic strainer. And we've got our glass mug. All right. Well, very cool. So while we're doing this one, we're going to be doing it to a song called Can You Play the Drums? Now, I think all of you out there can definitely play the drums. So I'm going to be teaching you how to do this song, and then like we did with our plates earlier, you can bang out the rhythm and syllables of the lyrics to our song. So let me sing the song first, that way you know what it sounds like. Here, I'm going to put this down and I'll sing it for us together on 1, 2, 3. Can you play the drums? Can you play the drums? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I can play the drums. It goes just like that. Are you ready to do it? Are you ready to do it with your drums? Let's go ahead and let's grab our utensils and we're going to be playing our drums with our song. Everyone ready? We'll start it on 1, 2, 3. Can you play the drums? Can you play the drums? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I can play the drums. Very good. See, you can play the drums. Let's do our song one more time with all of our different drums. Now, for my parents out there who maybe have some really young children, maybe some toddlers or even some infants, letting them use different tools and utensils like this will help to build up some of that dexterity in their hands, in their fingers, and some of those fine motor skills, all of which they will need when they're learning to use a pencil or crayon to write out all their different letters and then words. So the more you get them to practice using those hands, the better. Let's sing our song together that one last time with all of our drums. Everyone ready? We'll do it on 1, 2, 3. Can you play the drums? Can you play the drums? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I can play the drums. All right. Great job following along. Hopefully you had some fun while we experimented with some of these musical activities. This is a part of the Week of the Young Child. This is happening all week long from different awesome resources and partners, across Pinal County. To follow us, and if you do any of these activities at home, we would love to see and hear about them. Tag us online using the hashtag Pinal WOYC for Week of the Young Child. So tune in later because we have another video coming out with a bunch of musical activities that we'd love to share with you as well. Thank you, and we'll see you later.